why you need to get better every single day. Man of God, let me challenge you. Don't let a time arise where you're not leading your family to the house of God. You ought to be the first one out of bed on a Sunday morning. You ought to be the first one to say, get your clothes on. We're going to worship the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. You ought to be leading your family. Why? Because when you walk into the house of God, you're sharpening your iron. That means when you get to work on Monday, you're going to be more effective. That means when the enemy begins to fight you throughout the week, you're more effective. Iron sharpens iron. Here's what the Word of God says in Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 10. If the iron be blunt, he does not whet the edge. Then he must put more effort and more strength into cutting. But wisdom is profitable to give direction. You see, when you never take the opportunity to sharpen your iron, you're cutting with a dull blade. That's the reason some of you feel like you're having to work so hard in life. You're not cutting with a sharp blade. It's not about working harder sometimes. It's about sharpening your blade so you don't have to work as hard sometimes. You see, it's amazing when you've sharpened your blade spiritually how much farther the favor of God can carry you in life than the sweat of your brow and the effort that you put into it. Some of you men need to understand the greatest thing you'll ever do in life is to take some time aside and spend it with God before you commit yourself to work. To take some time and read His Word before you watch Sports Center. To take some time and to show up at the house of God before you go to work throughout the week. Sharpen your blade, and if you're getting better, your family is going to walk in the blessings of God. If you're getting better, you're going to be more effective as a father and as a husband and as a leader. Sharpen the blade today, man of God.